you made up your mind. Pretending that nothing has changed. Time is my only escape. I know that I lost you that night. I know that you've already left me. Anger won't bother me now. There's no one to blame for your love. In the sweet despair, a broken heart's lying down. I won't hurry, dear. I'm breathing as long as you're around.
Hi everybody, it's wonderful to come talk to you today. How are you doing today? I hope you're keeping cool. Boy, this has been some hot summer. Thank you so much for going thrifting with me last week. That means so much to me. You indulge me and you let me find my little treasures and adopt them and take them home, and you're so loving about it and so giving and caring. And you know, last week I spent about 3 hours in that store, and you know, you only get to see about 10-12 minutes of my trip. And I've often thought, you know, for those of you that really love those thrifting videos, I thought about, you know, if you would like me sometime to just upload, you know, the director's cut version of it. You know, it'd be probably about 30 minutes. You know, I try to keep my videos always under 18 minutes. I know time is very precious, but you know, let me know if you would like to see the director's cut. I have some very, very good interactions with people that are in the store, and so many of you tell me that your favorite part of my thrifting videos is the reaction of the people around me, and I think that is just so cute. So this week I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how my skincare routine has changed a little bit, because I started to use a new product about 6 weeks ago. And you know, going back to my thrift video last week, even though my hair wasn't right, my makeup wasn't good, you know, I was under those harsh fluorescent lights, and you know, that's so harsh and makes you look so much older than you are when you're under lights like that. But I did notice last week in the video for the first time that even though, you know, I didn't look, you know, perfect, I thought I looked younger, and I was trying to figure out, well, you know, why do I look just a little bit younger? And the only thing I could come up with is I just thought I looked a little bit firmer, and my cheeks a little bit more even in tone and fuller. And I had started to use a serum about 6 weeks ago, and everybody knows that I absolutely love the company IASO. They are the people that make my Holy Grail BB cream that I talk about all the time. So about 6 weeks ago, IASO sent me their new serum called Progressive Age Care Serum, and it has crushed crystals and crushed pearls in it. But I thought, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Just that alone, the glow that it's supposed to give you, I was kind of excited about that. But as I got into it and I started to research the ingredients in the serum, I started to put two and two together, exactly what it was doing and why it was doing it. IASO is a very interesting company as far as it was started in 2001, and they started to look at women and how women were aging and some of the problems that they were having with their skin while they were aging, and they worked with dermatologists to develop products that are going to work with us to make our skin healthier, look younger, and just overall us have just a more youthful glow to our skin. So with everything IASO, it is absolutely stunning and beautiful. They put so much time and effort not only into the ingredients in their product, their non-animal testing, their cooperation with their customers and listening to us and getting our feedback. Also, their packaging is absolutely beautiful. You just feel like a queen when you use these products. This particular serum that I'm using now, I'm going to show you in another part of the video what it looks like, but it does look like liquid gold body butter, and you just use a little bit, just a drop in the morning and a drop at night, and it feels so wonderful on your face, and it's so hydrating. But whether you use this serum or not, I think it's important just to go over 4 of the ingredients in this serum that make it so important for our skin's well-being. And whether you buy this serum or not, these are ingredients that I personally believe in and that I'm learning about. And so if you see another product out there that has these ingredients, you should really grab it. So the first ingredient I wanted to mention was the Hibiscus Extract, and that particular ingredient helps firm our face, and that is the #1 reason that I would ask people to just, if you are so inclined to give this serum a try, just for the firmness alone, because that is the #1 thing that I see in my face. That is the #1 difference, is the firmness. And that is directly related back to the hibiscus extract. So the second ingredient that's so important for us is the ginseng. It's a vitamin 3 ginseng ingredient that's in this serum, and that helps us with overall skin tone. It helps us with age spots and discolorations, and not only some of the darkness that some of us get under our eyes, but also what I get is I'm very, very light underneath my eyes. And so it's kind of nice that that B3, it not only helps even my skin tone, but it also does help me fight off free radicals. So that's an amazing ingredient. And the third ingredient that I think is so important is the meadow foam seed oil. And that is such an important ingredient for us to always look for, because that determines how supple our skin is. And you know how we, some gals do pay money to have fillers put in their cheeks so their cheeks can look full and supple and have a more youthful appearance. And what the meadow foam seed oil does is that's nature's way of giving us that supple, kind of plump, youthful cheek look. So the other ingredient that is so amazing is called Adeline. And the Adeline ingredient helps us with fine lines and wrinkles. And to be truthful, I really haven't noticed any difference in my fine lines and wrinkles yet. It's only been 5 to 6 weeks since I've been using the serum, but I really haven't noticed a change in that. But the firmness and the suppleness is, I think that I'm so blown away by that perhaps I'm not paying attention to other things. IASO was so nice. They did give me a 15% off discount code, and I have that in the information box below. And I also will link to their website, and that will let you go through on your own the ingredients that are in the serum. And also too, you can read their mission statement and how they feel about animal testing. And not only do they not test their products on animals, they have a whole statement on why they don't.
I won't stress you, dear. I know that you made up your mind. Pretending that nothing has changed. Time is my only escape. I know that I lost you that night. I know that you've already left.
A lot of my girlfriends have been writing me a lot lately about feeling very anxious, and some of them a bit depressed. And so this morning I was reading about that, and one of the things they were saying that really helps us as we get older to fight depression and anxiety is to find something that we're passionate about. Find something that gives our life meaning, something new. When I was outside filming with Cooper and I had my Robert Frost book, and this picture was in that book. I always stick pictures in books, but this one kind of really took me aback because it was a picture of me when I was 16 years old, and I had run away from home, and the first job I ever had in my whole life was I was a big boy waitress. And I had my own apartment, and I paid $25 a week. Mind you, I'm 16. So I'm paying $25 a week for my own apartment. I don't have a driver's license. I have no money, but I have a full-time job at Big Boy. And my boyfriend at the time took that picture of me before I was going to work in my little, Big Boy uniform. And I guess I just bring that up because when I think about 16 years old and 17 years old and being in a phone booth and being scared and crying to my mom and begging her if I could come home, and just being so scared and depressed and overwhelmed. And my life could have gone a lot of different directions, but it was at that point that I revered the poets. I revered Anne Sexton and Robert Frost, and I loved The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. So I remember that first Christmas alone when I was so scared and I was so young, and I started to write poetry. And writing poetry and getting that out made me feel so much better, and it made me feel like the universe was listening to me. And I don't know, I just had high hopes that maybe someday I could write poetry for a living, and poetry became songs, and songs became my way of communicating with the world. So now, I'm coming up on, 62 years old pretty soon, and still my lifeline is poetry and writing songs. And so when I read that about anxiety, that women who have such a deep depression and anxiety, one of the things the doctors are recommending is to communicate, to be artistic, to find something new that you're passionate about, and then jump in with both feet. I have a wonderful friend in Chicago, and she is my age, and she just started running marathons. So I understand that if you're down and you're depressed, you don't really feel like getting up and starting a brand new way of life. So there's a little bit of self-arm twisting that can go on, and you can say to yourself, yeah, I don't want to take this anymore. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change some small thing about my life, and maybe changing that one small thing will turn into a bigger thing. And I see all kinds of women my age all around me that are doing this, that are making small changes that are turning into big changes. And I think as long as we are communicating and we are passionate about something, and at least we are trying to move forward, and moving forward sometimes is just listening and watching to other women that are moving forward and gathering inspiration from that. So I don't mean to get on a soapbox today. I was just thinking a lot about anxiety and the challenges that we have when we are older. Our hormones are going crazy. Some of us are taking care of very aged parents, or our parents have died and we're dealing with feeling a bit like an orphan. We have a lot of extra challenges when we're an older woman and we're dealing with anxiety and depression. And it's much different than probably anything that we knew when we were younger. So I think, if we stick together and if we can talk about some of these subjects really openly and share some of the tips that we have of things that we've done that has helped us kind of tap down our anxiety, I think that's really an important thing to do. And I bring this up because I love you all so much, and I know so many of you out there are going through a lot right now, and I feel that. And I just want you to know, I'm here. And when you write me, sometimes, I can't write back right away, and I feel so bad about that. But just know that you have my heart, you have my ears, and I hear you. I see you, and I hear you. I hear you. And I know you hear me. So, with great love and affection, please have a wonderful brand new week. And don't forget, come back and see me in Cooper, okay? Okay.
In the sweet despair, a broken heart.